Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom, and this is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Welcome back. Tonight is dearly departed night. If you were waiting for the championship preview, that's already gone out, a pre-record, and we're live doing this one. I did want to catch Fulham and Sheffield United yesterday, but could not. So we are doing Leeds versus Wolves tonight. Always a good crack covering Leeds. So let me know that you can see me, hear me. Let me know if you're in the chat and who you're supporting. No doubt, given where we've been on the channel, we'll be heavily Leeds commenters. But remember, we have covered Wolves on the channel back in 17-18 when they, like Leeds last season, bossed the championship and got promoted. This, I've been saying for ages now, is a really good, fun barometer for where Leeds are. Yeah, Liverpool, Man City, fine. That's not going to define your season. Good performances, point against Man City. Yeah, Fulham, Sheffield United, wins in both. But this really interests me, this one. This is an established Premier League team who isn't expected to be at the bottom and isn't expected to be at the top, but is expected to be competitive. And this is where we think Leeds might have a chance of being this season. Now, I believe Liam Cooper has tried to get through this one, and he's not got through the warm-up. So they'll probably name Struijk. So Struijk's going to come in for Cooper. We'll do the teams in just a second. Let me just go to the comments and say hi. George, what an awful game Albion Burnley was. Tell us about it, George. It was a pay-per-view one, so I haven't seen any of it. But the Albion, another of our dearly departed, gets a point in that one. Matthew's here to check in and watch back later. Don't stress, Matthew. Enjoy it, my friend. Enjoy it. Evening to Sai, who I think is Villa. Villa going great guns. We'll do the whole review. Another win for the Villa. Yesterday, Charlie predicts 2-1. We'll get to my prediction in just a second. Lewis is here, Derby fan. John Wayne says 2-2. Cooper not start yet, and Struijk is in. That's been confirmed. Alex is here. Hi, Alex, Millwall fan. Yes, and I've been on Lions TV today. Portugal Wanderers. There we go. Great to see you on Lions TV. Thank you, sir. Mickey says, we'll love Leeds. How's my day? My day's been good. Yes, very, very good. AD is here. Max is here. I think AD is talking about the Brum game there. Jay is here as ever. Jake. Eugene. Prediction for the Leeds. Well, I think Wolves will beat Leeds away and Wolves win 4. Interesting. 2-2, says Jake. You finally got yes. That's exactly what I wanted from Villa, was a dull 1-0 win. We know, I'll speak about that tomorrow. But yes, that totally floated my boat. Love it. Wolverhampton, if I'm pronouncing that right, Jay. AD says he's got 2 Wolves players in his fantasy team. There you go. And QPR Forever is here. Closest I'll get to the Premier League. There we go. Enjoy it. Right. Before we go to the teams, guys, really, really quickly, because we are dearly departed, and he is here in the chat as well. We have to say thank you to Jay, who is the fan sponsor of the Dearly Departed series. Dearly Departed, also known as Ben Couldn't Bear to Lose Us. And because it's WatchAlong, we have to give a shout out to Charlie. Charlie's back in for an operation in hospital now. He had his chemo yesterday, so we wish him well. 30 years of Laura Rule. Here is to many more. And as we've done the last couple of days, we're going to flip that badge up there to a fan first badge. Get involved. www.fanfirst.co.uk, where you can go and give your ratings for this game. Go and register as a Leeds fan or a Wolves fan, or whoever you support, frankly, and go and give your ratings out of 10 for the players, the ref, the VAR, the managers. All good fun. Fan First are sponsoring the channel for this next couple of weeks. Oh, look, SofaScore have actually caught up with it. They were having a bit of a bad day in the championship the other day. We're having a good old laugh at Aidan Flint playing number 10 and Elias Kachunga playing centre half. So Leeds and Leeds fans will be so pleased to hear me say this. utterly predictable in their team selection. We love a nice, stable, settled team, don't we? Always works towards consistency and good results. So Meslier in goal, Dallas left back, Ayling right back, Koch is fit, Cooper is not. Cooper out during the warm-up, so Struijk, as Pablo Hernandez goes down the line, to wish everyone good luck. Struijk in at centre-half against Jimenez and Podence for Wolves. Calvin Phillips, fresh off playing for England, is the deep-line playmaker. Klitsch and Rodrigo, who looks like he's starting to make that position his as the, I suppose you'd call, they're both number 8s really in the Leeds system there. Jack Harrison returns. He was obviously ineligible given he's on loan from Manchester City in the last game. Helder Costa plays against his former team down the right-hand side. And Pat Bamford, who started the season brilliantly, plays up top. On the bench for Leeds, our dearly departed Casilla. Rafinha, I'd be excited to see him. Roberts, Alioski, always excited to see number 19, Hernandez, Shackleton and Poveda on the bench. For Wolves, the standard, well, I suppose it's changed a little bit. It was a 3-4-3 in the Championship, wasn't it? God, they were too good for the Championship. As they come out now, a rather lovely looking kit, actually, Wolves. I like that a lot. Rui Patricio in goal. Connor Cody, who we've also seen scoring for England this past week. He's at the heart of a back three with Killman and Willy Bolly, who was such fun in the Championship, just way too good for it. João Moutinho will be in front of that three. The wing-backs will be Saiz and Semedo, with Dendoncker and Neto, the other two central midfielders. As here comes the mythical beast, Bielsa, with his handful of notes. And up top, a front two, I think SofaScore of Raul Jimenez, who's been fantastic in the Premier League, and Daniel Podence. That is the Wolves' first 11. And the bench says John Ruddy, Fernando Marshall, Quijana Hueva, Ruben Neves, who we remember from the Championship, Owen Otasoe, Adama Traore, a physical machine, let's just say, and Fabio Silva on the bench for the Wolves. Get your predictions in the chat. This is going to be fun. I'm really, really looking forward to this, and this will be a really nice test of Leeds meta. We've already seen them a couple of times on the channel this season, so should be a really, really interesting one. All the best, Charlie. Yeah, best wishes there for Charlie. I don't think he'll be tuning in tonight, but he might watch on delay, so do put the comments in. Enjoy Matthew. Matthew's going off to sit in a dark room with just his iPhone or whatever to watch it on. Bits is here, no doubt, bossing the gambling here. Si says Bamford to get sent off. There we go. Leeds to win on possession, 0-0. There you go. Jay says, I think Wolves take the lead, but Leeds fight back. Let's see if Mystic J strikes back. AD looking for a good old-fashioned 3-0 win, Cody hat-trick. Deary me. Hello. Russ is here as well. Raul Jimenez hat-trick. Yeah, right. Signed Manisi Mapala from Everton. Anyone seen him play? Not me. Someone might help you in the chat. Russ says 3-1 Wolves. This game is the polar opposite of Karankovi's Monk. Well, Alex, you say that, but Nuno knows how to defend. I remember seeing his team take the lead at Ipswich. I remember Matt Doherty scored after about 10 minutes, and they just shut up shop right there and then. We didn't get anywhere near the goal. They just we got the lead. We're too good for this. We're getting promoted, so let's just win this game. Right, Wolves have just done their little huddle there. Both teams to score, 4 corners each. Follow Bits on the betting. He's very, very good. Well, at least the bets he tells us about seem to be very, very good indeed. Stuhantimari is here. Wait till Friday, lad. Leeds. Yes, Villa Leeds on Friday, and I'm working, for God's sake. As the players take the knee, and we're about to get going in this one. 2-1 Leeds, says Charlie. Helder Costa is playing. Graham wants an entertaining 1-1. AD says he'd take the 0-0. Jake says, you say Wolves knew how to defend, but did Ipswich know how to attack? Bit of both. Speaking of attacking, Wolves straight away down the right-hand side within about 15 seconds. And we are off and running. Raul Jimenez with the cross going out. And we see the familiar Leeds short goal kick there. Will Wolves press? Does not look like they're going to press the centre halves off the restart, or certainly the trigger didn't have them going there. Ailing into the channel. Pat Bamford running after it. And across on the cover is Killman. Pacey, energetic start. 40 seconds gone here. Ailing forward, wearing the captain's armband, trying to get Costa in. That one goes out and the ball goes dead. Jay's on Leeds to win and 2.5 goals. There we go. I'm not that good. Mainly when Town win. I'm about £800. That sounds good to me, hey? Is Traore injured or is it some kind of cruel tactic? I think it's a cruel tactic. I think they just wait and then this monster comes off the bench with muscles on his muscles and ridiculous speed on the ball. Harrison wins the header, headed forward there. And we seem to have some kind of visitor crawling along the floor. You're in the shot, darling. What have you come to get, sweetheart? Oh, nice. And there goes Shaylee, reversing out of the room. Just give the camera a wave, darling.
It's stuck on the wheel.
Oh, you're kidding.
No, hi. Careful. Eee.
There we go. We will get back to the game. Bye-bye, Shaylee. Dallas switches into central midfield. There was a little shoulder massager thing plugged in down there. I think Shaylee wanted it, but didn't want to be on the broadcast tonight. Bless her. Koch, Struick, be an interesting game for him. Harrison, Struick. Yeah, Wolves happy to sit off when the centre halves have it, aren't they? Koch, Ailing, Click. Lovely ball inside. Here's Costa in behind. Early cross. Good play by Leeds. And Cody puts it out. Leeds really played through them very nicely. Their lovely one round the corner from Click. Just seeing the replay here. I think in the middle there, possibly Cody or Bolly is playing Costa. Onside, Leeds corner. Calvin Phillips is going to take this one with the right foot. Just stick the banner up there, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Please hit the thumbs up button in the stream. And if you want to support financially, you can via Super Chat. Every little helps, even if it's 99p. Phillips, corner into the near post. Headed away by Raul Jimenez. Played back in there. Oh, it's gone loose. Bamford. Oh, swipes at that one. There, it was loaded in by Dallas. I think it was Click that knocked it off. Nice little back header. Back header by Click, and Rodrigo knocks it off. Bamford not very composed there in a fairly good area. He tries to get it out of his feet, and he's just moving backwards on the left foot and shanks that one wide. But encouraging Leeds just on top in these first 3 or 4 minutes, and they did play through that nice Wolves team shape there. Costa, who looks at it today, takes on Saiz and then is brought down and wins the free kick. Costa started well. Leeds has started well. Good game this. A wild Shaylee, wasn't she? Evening to Mike in the chat. Ben, did you enjoy the Derby game on Friday? No. Quick free kick taken. Ailing behind. Oh, Ailing got that one. Cut back. They've recycled it. Clicked. Knocks it in. And I think it was Pat Bamford again. Flips that one towards goal. Harrison was there on the near post, I think. It's a clever free kick there. Ailing made the run. And he's just got rid of it there. Semedo on the cover. Harrison wasn't there. Wrong 22, I read. But yeah, Leeds playing well here. 5 minutes gone. Probably get sort of easily on top now. Leeds. My favourite, Martin Waghorn, is back tomorrow. Derby needs some strikers, don't they, Lewis? Ailing switches to play. Dallas, lovely first touch. And he plays that up the line now. They've got Harris 1-on-1. He plays it inside to Click. And Semedo puts it out. Leeds are dominating now. Really nice first 6 minutes from Leeds. But Wolves know how to sit in. They know how to defend. Just got to look for Leeds to get behind and into good positions. That will be more rare. But they're looking good, Leeds, at the moment. I assume it'll be Phillips taking this corner. In it comes right-footed to the edge of the box. Harrison nods it on. Bamford heads it in, and he is offside. Clever corner played to the edge of the box. Let's have a look at this. Harrison heads it in. Yeah, Bamford is miles offside there. He heads it in nicely, but didn't quite move out with the line quickly enough. 6 minutes gone. Leeds well on top now. Ball in the net there, but clearly offside. If Wales are in lockdown, does that mean both Swansea and Cardiff games postponed? Nah, no, it won't affect the football, will it? It didn't before. The show must go on. Yes, we'll be doing Norwich and Birmingham tomorrow, but we'll flit in and out of all other games. Looking forward to that one. Championship back straight away. 3-game week coming up. Check out the preview show that went up at about 6:30 today. Stacey, am I showing my age by being irritated by Rui Patricio having 11 as his squad number? Yeah, he should be made to play on the left wing with that number, shouldn't he? But hey, we cannot stop the march of progress and change happening. But yeah, as a traditionalist, not really for me. Throw in for Wolves down the right. Not really been in the Leeds half at all. Look, a bit of a foul throw that. God, I sound like a moaning fan in the terraces, don't I? Harrison plays that one away. It's turned over. Cody boots it into the channel. Podence gives chase there. Cock does really well. Oh, superb play by Cock. Brings it out and he finds Click. Now here comes Ailing charging forward as he does. Click onto Ailing. That's a really good tackle though on the cover back by Pedro Neto. Inside though, here come Leeds again. Costa, superb play. Costa dummies it. There was surely a penalty now. Oh, ref wags his finger and says no. Wow. I think we need to have another look at that. Costa deep into the box. Looked like he'd beaten his man quite easily then. Down he goes. I think it was it Moutinho with him? Dives in the first instance. Moutinho, there's an arm goes out. And surely that's a penalty, isn't it? Are we going to get a VAR review of that one? I don't think we are, no. They're not interested in that one. The arm goes out. Costa goes down. You've seen them given all the time. Ailing crosses in and headed over by Rodrigo. Looked like a reasonable penalty shout there for Leeds. And the only thing I can think of is A, referee doesn't see the hand and he was looking at the feet, or B, referee doesn't deem the contact sufficient enough to bring the player down. But since when has that mattered, hey? Interesting one there. It'd be interesting to see what the comments are in the chat on that one. A goal kick by Patricio for Wolves. Turns over. Here's Costa again. Ailing, and he is tackled. Here come Wolves away with it. Nice little nutmeg there by Podence, and he wins the free kick there. Shirt should be 1 to 11. Absolutely. Play on, says 80. VAR, very accurate, Robbie. Costa went down too soft. Felt the touch. Yeah, it's just the consistency, isn't it? Because I could probably show you 5 penalties this weekend where the touch wasn't consistent with bringing a pro athlete down, but it's never is the touch enough to bring them down. It's, did they commit to the foul or the infringement? So Sinham given, let's just say, first half possession 74% to Leeds, who are very much on top. Liverpool are not playing. There we go. Wolves don't have it. Oh yeah, Wolves retired their number 1, didn't they? Of course, yeah. Luke Amos, oh dear, out for 6 months having done his ACL. That's not good news, is it? So, a good start for Leeds. Podence looks like he has some blood on his hand. I don't know where that's come from. Oh, there looks like he's got a whack on the bridge of his nose there. Nuno stands with his arms folded. Probably not enjoyed that first 11 minutes, but it's 0-0. From his point of view, they've weathered a bit of a storm. João Moutinho is sort of giving some ideas to Cody and to Raul Jimenez. They are getting a little bit overrun at the moment. Welsh not very sure. Love your streams. You just have 1,000 viewers per stream. We'll get there. Welsh not British. We'll get there. Don't you worry, my friend. Keep up the good work, says Bradley. I'm a Berry fan, but the news about Macclesfield is another example of bad ownership. What's your thoughts? Well, first of all, I'm very sorry about Steve Dale and what happened to Berry. The pyramid is broken. We also have had some bad owners, haven't we? The pyramid being broken and the bad owners are 2 different things. So we can fix the pyramid and we might still get the bad owners coming in. But yeah, I think we're some way from it all being sustainable, which is a word I like to use a little bit too much. Cody hits the free kick diagonally. Harrison heads it away. Bolly loads that one into the corner. They're going back to front quite quickly, actually, Wolves, a couple of times there. Familiar short goal kick there. Rest of top leagues meet every fortnight and try to make the rules similar. Maybe they realise too many penalties have been given, adjusted. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, fair comment. If Derby lose the next 2, can you see Mel pull the trigger with Eddie Howe available? I can see Mel pulling the trigger, but I don't know whether it would be to get Eddie Howe, Lewis. Not sure about that. But yeah, I can see Mel pulling the trigger for sure on Koku at Derby. Phillips tries to play that one round the corner, headed away by Saiz. Nicely played into midfield. Rodrigo's tried to put Pat Bamford through the middle. Cody, bit of a heavy touch there, but he's gotten away with it. And Bolly again playing back to front very quickly. I wonder if this is a ploy here when the ball turns over amongst the 3 Wolves centre-backs that they're hitting the channels nice and quickly. Let's see if they can get behind those high Leeds fullbacks. Presumably been asked to do this because it's been 3 times in this first 13 minutes. Rodrigo. Dallas to Phillips. Phillips with a trademark switch of play out to Ailing. Nice touch by Ailing. Tries to take on Saiz. And he fouls him. Free kick. Oh, and he's going to get a yellow. Ailing as well. Yellow card for Luke Ailing. I'll have to see a replay of that. Yeah, just sort of miscontrolled it and then bumped into him. Sorry, it wasn't Saiz, actually. Think it was Killman. Forgive me. Just getting used to these Wolves players. Charlie asks, really not sure on Bournemouth's new signing. Herb mixed opinions. Is it Cameron Carter-Vickers? No, he's good, Charlie. He'll do you fine, honestly, and knows the Championship. Strong, tough, looking to find a home. Don't worry about him. He's a good player. And he's been at all sorts. He's been at my club Ipswich on loan, Stoke and Luton last season. Well, he was somewhere before then as well. I can't remember where that was. The same season, Sheffield United as well. Chris Wilder's Sheffield United. Throw in Saiz down the line. And Koch heads that one out of play. Saiz is going to come forward. Wolves just taking the sting out of Leeds. Good start a little bit here. Ben on Lions TV completely summed up our new signing. Thanks, David. Looks like a good one there. As Nato tried to get round the back and couldn't. Lovely layoff by Bamford there. Great back heel by Rodrigo. Oh, superb football by Leeds. Played into the channel. Here comes Bamford. Can he keep it in? What a goal if they score from this. Into the box. Rodrigo. Can he get the layoff? Costa hits the shot right-footed. Oh, it's wide. That's absolutely brilliant. Stunning football, that. Absolutely brilliant stuff. I hope they show the whole move here. There's a brilliant ball. A back heel into the channel early by Click. Bamford, really good pace. He cuts it back behind the Russian defenders. Rodrigo then lays it off. Costa with the shot. Superb play by Leeds. Beelzebul in action then. But still, in deference to Wolves here, Leeds haven't forced the big chance or hit the target yet. So, but great football there. Really enjoyed that. Let's have a look at your comments here. Forget Eddie Howe, more like Rooney. Yeah, I wouldn't be averse to that. As a championship YouTuber. Oh, they've just caught them playing out, but Leeds win it back and Click goes home to Meslier. George says, Baggies and Burnley should have scored at least once. First half, we were decent. Second half, another story, very poor. Grant was decent. Nice. At least some more points on the board for Baggies and a clean sheet as well for another of our dearly departed there. Could this tactical matchup favouring Wolves with the counter-attack preference? Possibly, yeah, possibly. We could see a high possession total and then a quick snap lock, yes. We've already seen Bolly twice, like I've said, when the ball's turned over in his possession, hit the channel like immediately without even looking, as if the players have been told when it turns over there, counter quickly. And we know Nuno's teams are very good without the ball anyway, so... Killman, they've got the ball at the moment. Cody. He goes direct again and gives it away. Ailing tries to play into Click, but Moutinho slides in and wins that. Stacey, poor owners at every level though. Tony G. The lower value of clubs means they are more affordable for all sorts of potential terrible owners. Yep, absolutely agree with that, sadly. I mean, they're still even super rich, these people that, you know, even the guys at Wigan that just did a number on them. But hey, sometimes bad people do bad things. Koch, Phillips, Click. Ailing's up with him. Gives him the shout, receives the ball. Click supports. Ailing tries to play it, slide it in behind for Helder Costa. And Killman plays it off Costa and wins a throw-in that Saiz is going to take. Again, slowing down the restarts. Whoever made the point, it was Locke, yes, wasn't it? Wolves are very... Not only are they playing the away team game, they are playing the smaller team game, aren't they? They're taking the sting out of it, sitting back, waiting for their opportunity. Obviously, they have a lot of quality, though, Wolves. Moutinho, big boot forward there. Attempted chest down by NATO, miscontrols. His Bolly plays that one up the line. Quick press there by Dallas and Phillips sweeps that up. Phillips, rare one from him, gives it away to Semedo, to Bolly, back to Semedo, who carries it up the right wing, gets past Phillips very easily there, but not past Dallas. As Phillips recycles out. Good game, this. Out to Costa, the other side. Poor pass by Costa. He's looking for Rodrigo into the channel, and Killman's going to see that all the way out. Jordan says, how do you think Ipswich will do this season? I never answer this question, ever. They're doing all right at the moment. Top of the league at the moment, but hey. We've seen it before. Baggy's made a great leader of defence in Ivanovic. Still gave away 2 clear chances. We're seeing Rafinha on the bench. May see him make his debut tonight. Who's a realistic player you would like Ipswich to sign? Problem with Ipswich is the squad's so bloated and unbalanced that whoever you bring in, unless they're considerably better than what you've got already, it doesn't feel worth it, does it? So pass, really. It's all about organising what we've got, I think. As Struick picks up in defence, rolls it back to Meslier, who recycles straight away to Ailing. We need some Wolves corners, Ben. Can you sort it out? Looking at Wolves tactics bits, probably not, mate. Sorry, they're not going to have too much possession in terms of getting numbers up the pitch, I don't think, in this game. Tossed down the line by Saiz. Koch in a good battle there with Raul Jimenez, comes out on top and gets Struick onto the ball and onto Dallas. Back into Struick at centre half and Koch again. Again, it's been obvious from the first minute that Wolves are not going to press Struick and Koch. The team shape is to sit and then, go after Phillips when it goes in there. Koch, nice switch of play there by the German. Harrison engages Semedo. He's got cover with Neto. Harrison does well. Click, nice feet. Dallas, Click, Dallas, good football again. But Bolly, the brick wall. And Dallas can't get past him. Bolly tries to slide it up the line. Harrison concedes the throw-in. Is Carter Vickers on loan? Yes, he is. And Bournemouth could be someone who can actually get a deal down there. He must be in the last year of his contract at Spurs now. So Ailing looks indignantly at Podence as he wins the free kick. Iain says, it's the Mad Darlow fan. Started my new job today, walked over 12,000 steps. Good work, my friend. And David backs up there. Robin Koch, greater than Willy Bolly. Yeah, Koch looks good today. I do love Willy Bolly, though. Maybe it's just because I saw Willy Bolly in the Championship where he just basically showed up for a season and played in second gear the whole time because he was so much better than everybody else. Here's Koch again. Do you think Neil Krissy will do well? Being a Blackpool fan, been a bit hit and miss this season. I think there's some evidence that he's working towards... Harrison and Semedo tangling. No free kick. And it's now gone the way the Wolves play. Some evidence that if Blackpool can play towards their numbers, that it might start to turn, but it's not working just yet, is it? Obviously, Ipswich had a good win there. Had a good chat with Lee Charles, the Blackpool YouTuber, about that. You can check out. Clive says they should play Emma Jones at the back. She'd stuff anything. David says, I thought you said nailed on promotion. Absolutely not. If anyone can find me saying that on the internet anywhere, well, you'll have to do that thing where you make my lips say the words from different videos, but no. Good start for Ipswich. Absolutely. Who do you think would be a realistic replacement for Koku if he gets the sack? Do you agree it would be Mel's biggest decision in his Derby tenure? A new Derby manager. Sorry, Dallas just shepherds that out. Bits was wanting a corner. Doesn't get one. Leeds goal kick. Depends who Mel would want to go for. He's gone for big name or, kind of flight of fancy European managers recently. So it does smell like Rooney, doesn't it, I think? But we'll see. No Houghton to link to all the jobs now. But Mick McCarthy's still looking for work. I think he'd take that job, wouldn't he? It's big enough for Mickma's ego. Not that Derby fans would probably want him, but you do a lot worse, believe you me. Ailing. Big one into the centre. Semedo on the cover, chest down. Good composure from Semedo. And plays out from the back. But bit of a silly foul there by Pedro Neto. And Leeds win the free kick. Commentators curse needed here. Say Wolves will never get 4 corners in this game. No, they're not going to. Absolutely not. Not in this half, anyway. Attacking free kick for Leeds. It's on the left-hand side. Phillips is going to take it, swing it in with the right foot. All the players bunched in the middle. Flat delivery from Phillips. Struick was there on the near post, but it's headed clear. Here come Wolves on the counter with Podence. Nice ball down the line. Neto has got acres in front of him now. Raul Jimenez moving into the middle. Neto down the right. Good feet and good cover there. Excellent play because he's actually won the free kick. It was a good counter. There's Luke Ayling, as ever, doing one of his 80-metre dashes that he does about 20 times a game. But it was a really good break by Wolves. Some idea of the danger that Leeds could be in there. Ayling does brilliantly and draws the foul really well from Neto. And here come Leeds again. International break gave many teams to work on organisation of defences. This has led to goal expectancies normalising. Did we have any big ones yesterday? I suppose we didn't have any 7-2s or 6-1s like we did last week. Yeah, maybe that is the case now. Rodrigo looking so good. Yeah, he's made that position his own quite quickly, hasn't he? Cock. Struick. Misses out Dallas. Goes straight to Harrison. Harrison comes forward. Dallas underlaps. And a goal kick given away by Harrison. Wait, did Derby sack the manager? No, they didn't. He's just in trouble, hey? Jason says, good watch along. Bedroom bound for 3 weeks. As lift I need to get downstairs. Oh, no. Well, Jason, keep us posted on what's what, and we'll entertain you. 3 weeks is a long time, though, isn't it, mate? I hope they get sorted. Patricio. Long goal kick out and out for a Wolves throw. Stephen is here. How are Leeds doing so far? Very well, actually. Very much on top for the first 15, 20. Less so now, but I mean, I'm sure if we pull the numbers up, they'll all be in Leeds' favour. But Wolves are a dangerous team. They know how to defend and they look set up to counter. In fact, here they come. Oh, lovely touch there on the right-hand side by Neto. Inside to Jimenez, who kind of falls over as he tries to play the key pass. Leeds try and break out. Bamford gives it away. Excellent play by Bolly there. Good skill and body strength. Brilliant by Bolly. Give and go. Sends it out wide to Neto, who stands up. Dallas does well. And slid in there. It was Moutinho. And he's just won the throw-in for Wolves. Wolves' best spell, I think, this last couple of minutes now in this first half. If we get Rooney, I'll support Burton Albion. Tremendous. Don't underestimate Rooney. Don't underestimate him, believe you me. Throw in for Wolves. Semedo has it. Don't get Mark Hughes. Great player, not so good manager. We've seen plenty of those over the years, haven't we? Nice little back heel. But the flag is up for offside against Podence. And Leeds will reset with Meslier, who slides into Phillips in the deep line playmaker spot. Phillips sold Click a bit short there, but Click does well and helps it back to Ayling. Nice ball inside. Back to Phillips, who spreads it out to Dallas. Here come Leeds again. Harrison engages Semedo. And Dallas again. Oh, nice play by Dallas. Lovely little dink. Back heel there by Click. And Harrison, a bit scruffy, but he's managed to get it out to Click again, who plays it to Phillips. They need to keep the pressure on. Phillips, lovely cross-field pass to Costa, who heads it across, and Saiz deals with it. So what's happening is when Harrison or Costa gets it, the wing-back, Semedo or Saiz, is right wide, and you really do get a narrow 3 centre-backs pulling right together in the middle there. They're really set up well to cope with this Wolves. Ailing crosses to the back post. Bamford doesn't quite get the header, but Harrison's going to recycle. Dallas manages to pick out Click. Great play by Click. To Harrison, crosses in. Bamford's there. It's going to fall to Ailing. Ailing! That was on target. And Killman blocked. He didn't quite get hold of it, but it was going in the corner. Here come Wolves. Nice one slid away. Struik on the cover. Oh, he just gets away with that one. Nearly deflected into the path of Jimenez. And here come Leeds again. Harrison. Inside to Phillips. Phillips to Cock. And out wide to Ailing on the right wing. He swings that one in. Good cross as well. Rodrigo could have done a bit better with that. Don't think he quite expected to win that header there. It's out to Ailing. He's in quite a deep position. Crosses in over Bamford's head. That is, in fact, a free header for Rodrigo. There should probably hit the target with that. At least work the keeper. Here's Ailing's shot. We see in the replay. Yeah, just hits it into the ground. Just needed a bit more venom on that one. Big Sam. Oh, yes. He'll be back. Don't worry. Don't you worry. He'll be back one day. If Derby had sacked their manager, you better believe it. There would already be a Benjamin Bloom video about it. Absolutely, hey? All the way home to Patricio. I was saying the Wolves had their best sort of couple of minutes spell, but Leeds are on top again now. We had this idea all the time in the Championship that they would be better suited to the Premier League, and they almost started just with the addition of Rodrigo and Cox so far. But the pattern of play is settled now for 2 years, isn't it? Have Derby been that bad? Honestly, yes, so far, haven't they? Lewis would probably, Lewis is terrible underneath. He'd probably know more about it than me. Phillips out to Ailing. Costa wide on the right. Again, this flat sort of back five when the Leeds wide players have got it. Phillips to Ailing, and Saiz clears it up. Killman is going to, nice feet. He's actually going to take on Rodrigo before he clears it there. Good play by Killman. Big header there by Cock. He's had a good game so far, hasn't he? So has Raul Jimenez. Oh, he's held that up nicely and played it into the channel for Podence. Cock holds him up. Moutinho. Dendonka. First time I've mentioned him. That shows he's just been a defensive player the whole time. Neto trying to take on Dallas. He has taken on Dallas. Oh, good play. And Wolves force their first corner. Struik blocks him out there. Neto, Dallas has been great for Leeds, but Neto passed him there a little bit too easily. And, of course, once he's through in the box, can't touch him there. Corner for Wolves. 33 gone. All the players bunched together on the edge of the D. Kind of an empty space in the box. Looks like they're going to try and get a run on this. Have Leeds left anyone short? Yeah. Pat Bamford, the zonal players are still taking up their positions. They're in kind of the love train formation that England used to do in the World Cup. Be interesting to see what the plan is from this corner. In it goes. Oh, it worked as well. Raul Jimenez was completely free. So diversion there. And then Jimenez makes the break to the near post. Really good corner, actually. And strangely for Jimenez, poor finish. But there you go. Nearly opening up a chance there from the set play. Good idea. How did I rate Mick McCarthy at Ipswich Town as a manager? Good. Yeah, good. Went a bit stale in the last couple of years, but overall, good. As a manager. He did make us look a bit silly in the media afterwards, but hey, he was protecting his brand. Ben, have you heard that the bloke who exposed Rooney to COVID has been punished? Seriously, it's been made to watch Derby. Now, this is all a bit weird, this, because, and she won't mind me saying, someone at Shaley's school got COVID, and I'm sure I read in the regulations that as soon as you took a negative test, you could go back to work and you could stop self-isolating. So I don't understand why Rooney has to self-isolate, because since he's been in contact with this guy, I think he's taken a negative test. So, you know, that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But then a lot of stuff about COVID doesn't make any sense to me. So there you go. Did you miss that stream a few weeks back? It was very mature. What stream was that? I can't remember. I don't know what we're talking about in the chat here. Here come the buses. There you go. Bits in his corners. It can take 14 days to show symptoms. That's why. Yeah, guess so. Crossed into the box there. Flipped away. Here's Ailing into Click. Click, nice low ball into Ailing. Good football. Phillips, lovely ball. Harrison on the volley. Bamford, oh, well played Leeds again. Cody would have been a great goal. Cody blocks it out there. Really good football there. Brilliant pass by Calvin Phillips here. Just dinks it. Oh, it's a lovely ball, that. Harrison does everything right there. Smacks it across the face on the volley. In fact, Cody didn't win that. Bamford is there. Oh, did he? Or does it hit Bamford as well? Struggled to see on the replay there. But yeah, the move's really good up until then. It would have just taken Bamford to just open up the side foot and guide that one goalwards. Evening to Stephen. Mike says, my son is at uni at Nottingham. Oh, they're on proper lockdown, aren't they, Mike? He tested negative still. Oh, dear. Hope he's okay. Oh, negative, but still had to isolate. Okay. Virus can develop without... Yeah, I suppose so. There you go. We take precautions. Evening to Stephen. Jerry Francis, hey? What a player. Here is Phillips in central midfield. Back to Cock. Slid down the middle to Rodrigo. Nice ball out wide. Harrison. Dallas. Bombing forward. And Bolly makes the clearance. It does feel that this is an active Leeds against a passive Wolves here, as in Wolves are going to play off what Leeds do. They're just waiting for that counter, aren't they? Can they keep Leeds out? And then, can they make the counter pay? Here is Click. Harrison. Harrison tries to get the crossover. Semedo gets his arms out of the way. And it's a corner. Such a high risk of conceding a penalty nowadays with those arms in the box. Is Bamford looking likely to score so far? Reasonably, yeah. I mean, obviously he's the focal point for the last pass of the attacks, but no big chances for Bamford yet as such. Phillips, corner in. Harrison, oh, blocked out. Clever corner again from Leeds. Harrison's on the edge of the box, completely free. Hits the shot low, and it's blocked there by Dendonka. Phillips again swings the corner in this time. Struick's there. Rodrigo, back post. Rodrigo. Oh, it's a chance. He brings it down. Hits on the half volley with the left foot, but it's straight at Rui Patricio. Chests it down. Doesn't do much wrong there, but it's one of those where he really needs to leather it from that distance. And it's... just a reasonable contact, I would just say. But Leeds definitely the better side in this half, but it's 0-0. Oh, that stream. Yeah. We got over that, though, didn't we, David? Hey? Ailing. Rodrigo nods down. Phillips. Beautiful. Out to Harrison. Dallas overlaps. Back to Phillips. Struick. Cock. Cock brings it forward. Bamford makes the run, but Cock goes wide to Ailing, who cuts inside. Wolves with the flat 5. And then at least 2 central midfielders holding. And 3, in fact, at the moment. Pudence has dropped back, leaving just Jimenez up front, which is effectively a 5-4-1. Leeds are going to have to start getting used to this, I think. Now people have actually seen what they do in the Premier League. Here's Click right out on the left wing. Click into Phillips. Phillips. Oh, he's looking for Bamford there. Good header by Killman. Ailing, excuse me. Leeds really heavy on territory and possession here. Struick. Can he get that wide to Harrison? Yes, he can. Good ball. Harrison, good touch. Engages Semedo. Low cross volley. Perfectly positioned on the near post. Clears that. Oh, silly by Semedo. He's given that straight back to Phillips. But then, to his credit, he wins it back. Here's Click. Phillips. Just wave on wave of Leeds attacks. Ailing. Costa. Chalk on his boots on the right wing. Tries to take on Saiz. Click. Ailing. Poor cross by Ailing. Out for a goal kick. Ipswich are doing class, and I'm so happy. Camera goes on Liam Cooper. We'll find out what aggravation has happened there to his injured status. Can be a game of 2 halves. This action erupts as soon as the first goal is scored. I suspect the pattern will be the same in the second half, Lock. Yes, I suspect Nuno will say, no, that's okay. I haven't seen any big chances. And Bielsa, I don't see either manager changing what's happening here. Bielsa will say, no, you keep that going and you'll win. We'll see, though. Most of our team did that for our striker, Hogan. Maybe the rest of our team thought he had... There you go. Hope Dean Smith is watching this and forming a master plan. Well, Smith will be far more familiar with Bielsa than a lot of the Premier League managers, having come up against him in the 18-19 season with Villa. In fact, one of the best games I've ever seen, actually, the Villa 2, Leeds 3 at Villa Park. I was at the other one as well, actually, which was 1-1 at the end of the season, wasn't it, when Adoma was allowed to walk the ball into the net. Here's Harrison down the left wing. Held up by Semedo and helped out there. Dendonka slides it back to Semedo, who seems really eager to get up against Harrison and take him on. It's done well, actually. But then hospital ball in the middle. Moutinho and Costa fighting for it. Moutinho just comes out on top. And again, they play the channel directly, trying to get someone in behind. It's worked because NATO's on it. Held up by Ailing. Very aggressively pressed by Ailing. He's run NATO all the way back. And Moutinho, the wily old international, draws a foul there from Click. Just wondering what made you support Ipswich, Ben? Yeah, I lived there for much of my life. I grew up there, yeah. Plucky says, do you think Pickford deserved a ban for the Van Dijk challenge? Do you know what? I haven't seen it. I can have a look and give you my view. I know he didn't get one, did he? So I have to have a look. David's right, yeah. Hit the like button if you can. Clive says, come on, Leeds, keep up the pressure. No 0-0 so far. Is that still the case in the Premier League? Yeah, Jason answers me. And then Hip says, there has been one. West Brom Burnley the game before this. Free kick floated in. Meslier comes out. punches it clear. He's won a foul there. I don't really... he came out and bravely punched it clear. I didn't really see much of a foul there. Thought that could have gone. But there you go. Can't touch the keeper. Score prediction for Norwich Birmingham. Don't worry about that, George. Come and join us tomorrow night. We'll be doing the watch along from 7:30. So if you have that on Sky, you can have me on the phone or whatever, and come and join a great bunch of knowledgeable subscribers over here. Should be a good one, that. Karanka versus Farker. Corner for Leeds. We're into stoppage time. This will probably be the last phase of play in this half. Linesman having a word with Calvin Phillips about something or other. Struick has fabulous eyebrows. I've never seen his face. He's come up. So has Cock. The corner's all the way over to the back. Costa's going to try and recycle. Plays it down the line to Harrison. Good touch by Harrison. But he's going to have to go back to Struick. And that's a good press by Wolves, actually. It's gone all the way back to Meslier, who plays it to Phillips, who tries the first time one with his left foot there, which we don't see too often. And a bit scruffy here. But Wolves have it, and it's gone back to Cody in a sort of sweeper role, really. Fires the ball in there to Podence, who does well, actually. And they've played the channel. Here comes Dendoncker, and here comes Wolves late in the half. Dendoncker into the box, clip to the back post. Saiz puts it across. Oh, it's hit the shot there by Podence. Meslier makes the save, so there you go. The counter-attack, that's probably the most open. This is a brilliant pass by Neto in behind with the outside of his foot. Dendoncker floated up in the air. Well played by Saiz. Really open. Oh, he probably should have scored that, shouldn't he? Podence. He touched it out to his right. Yeah, he's got a score from that, hasn't he? So, despite all we said, really opened up for Wolves at the end on the counter there. And that was the last chance of the half. We'll have a look at the numbers. That was very entertaining. Some really good play in that half. We'll look at the numbers. The eye test before we look at the numbers says to me that Leeds are probably going to be up on most of the numbers. But still, I don't think Nuno will be too unhappy with that, especially given they literally could have just gone in 1-0 with that last chance just before half-time. Right, let's have a look at the numbers. Look at that, crikey. 68% possession there to Leeds. 9 shots to 2, but 2 on target to 1. 5 off target, 2 block shots, 5 corners to 1 in Leeds' favour. The 1 yellow card, but then, look, that's probably it at the end of the half. And that's what I've been saying the whole half. Look at that. Leeds, 0 big chances. Wolves, 1 big chance. They're sitting back, and that's the whole entire plan we saw in microcosm in that last phase of play. Leeds had a corner, and it ended up with a big chance for Wolves the other end. So Leeds have got to be careful in this second half. Obviously, or we know what they'll do, don't we? So, but Wolves could have just gone in 1-up with that last chance in the second half, at the end of the first half there. So, interestingly poised, nice setup between a kind of proactive and a reactive team here. But yeah, and what really is interesting is often the reactive team is doing so because they're weaker, but Wolves are being reactive, but they've still got quality, haven't they? Neto has shown it, Moutinho. And we know if Jimenez gets a chance, he may well take it. And that big chance at the end falling to Podence. Right, let's have a look at your comments. Get your thoughts in the first half. Let me know what you think is going to happen in the second half. And if you would indulge me, please, and our friend Matt, why not go? And if you've got another window open on your computer or what have you, go and register at www.fanfirst.co.uk. www.fanfirst.co.uk. This is a user-generated ratings website. It's great. You go in, you register, just register which team you support. You can rate anyone. So you could then go in and have a look at this fixture and give you ratings out of 10 for the players, the referee, the managers, even for the VAR in our Premier League games. So www.fanfirst.co.uk. I know we're primarily Championship here, but if we can get some dearly departed subscribers over, had a good chat with Matt, who runs the website, on the phone, and seems like a good project. And he was kind enough to sponsor the channel for a couple of weeks. So please, if you don't mind, www.fanfirst.co.uk. And of course, plug my own stuff across the bottom there. You can support via Super Chat, even if it's 99p. Every little helps here. Retooling, retraining, trying to make a living out of this. All good fun as well. If you can't afford that, please just hit the thumbs up button and keep those comments coming. If you really want to support, head over to patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. And behind the scenes, we are working on some merchandise now. A lot of people have requested that. Right, let's have a look at some of your comments. We can talk about some other stuff as well, other than this game. Stephen says he should have tucked that away then. Yeah, I think when he takes the touch, he just, this is Podence at the end of the half, it just pushes it a little bit wide to the right, which then stops him being able to cut that shot back into the far corner. So if he can get that a bit tighter to his body, I think he can score. Neto has been the best player of Wolves this season, invaluable. Interesting. Yeah, first time for me seeing Wolves this season. So new one on me. Just putting the stats up there. We know all of them because I've already done it. But there you go. Jay says he's happy with the first half. Just need to convert our chances. I would add to that as well, Jay. We want to create a big chance at some point, or you're relying on a bit of quality and a low percentage chance being scored. But there you go. Wolves are letting Leeds play. Nuno will change it up. Yeah, you'd imagine there's some sense that he might bring in a couple of those high-value subs that he's got here. They're looking at the Leeds corners on Sky. Carragher is doing his business over there. Game of two halves, says David. We will see. Yeah, Traore, that would be the thing. I wouldn't have thought that would be too soon into the half, but Koch has been immense. Yeah, he's played well, hasn't he? I've really enjoyed him. George asked, do I think Mikel San Jose was a good signing for Birmingham? I don't know yet because he hasn't got on, but he comes very highly rated and the Birmingham fans are certainly very enthusiastic about him. He's got very, very high pedigree, so looking forward to seeing him play. Jake, can't remain goalless at this rate. If Leeds keep this up, the goals will come. Yeah, indeed. David says, what model keyboard is that behind you? That is a Korg Kronos behind me with the wood finish as well. An absolute beaut. There you go. Oh, God. Padzor, who are the top 5 players in the Championship, in my opinion? That's actually quite easy because we've only played 5 games and we've got some players who we thought would be leaving. So one of them would definitely, and this is on reputation, would be Emi Buendia for Norwich, Ismail Assar for Watford, David Brooks and Josh King for Bournemouth. So it's a bit of boring answers. I would have said Saeed Benrahma as well, would have been the 5th, but he has just left. We'll see. Only on form, probably Chris Martin at the moment, but he's had the most influence on his team. But yeah, some big names still there. So we'll go on reputation there to answer that one. Bits. Everything is going to plan. Only need goals from both. Cards are plenty and corners for Wolves in the bag. Hey, it might stretch out in the second half, but I can see the game state being pretty much the same until, I forget who the commenter was. I think it was Sai, wasn't it? Until Nuno then goes, right, we're 20 to go. Here comes Traore. And I mean, let's just have a look at the benches over on the Everybody Drink. I'm going to the split screen. Have a look at the benches for both. And I mean, look there, you've got Neves, who add Neves to any midfield at any point, and it's not a bad thing. Traore to stretch them with 15, 20 to go, and Fabio Silva as well would be an option up top. I suppose Leeds have got Rafinha, and if it's tight, there's no one better than Hernandez, is there? So, David's asking for a half-baked prediction. I quite like one of them, actually. Let's see if we can get Shaylee's attention. I'm just messaging her. Right, let's have a look at some more of your comments. Sky, I think, are on their last ad break now, so we'll be going back in just a jiffy. Leeds need to take the opportunities given possession in favour, can't switch off. Yeah, and again, I'd add to, like I said to Jay, Stephen, Wolves look quite tight at the back, don't they? When the wide players for Leeds have the ball, it files back, everything compresses, 5 at the back, often with 2 holding in front. It's going to be hard to play through. Might be a game for Hernandez, with that being said. George, there's a theme to your comments, mate. You want me to talk about Birmingham a lot, don't you? Who are the best Birmingham players, in my opinion? Christian Pedersen. Jeremy Bella. Obviously, Lucas Jukovic has been great for Birmingham. Be interesting to see what Lecco does if he gets a run. I'm working on that, David. Borough, unbeaten in 4 games. What an achievement. Stephen, I know you're being sarcastic. I don't think Borough have had a bad start when you see who they've come up against. Played a couple of parachute teams, and they've also played... Have they already played Bristol City and Reading? I can't remember. I know they definitely played Reading, but they seem to have had some quite tricky games. So, yeah, I don't think they've had a bad start there. Ed, stumbled across your Queen... Yeah, you can see me playing music on YouTube if you want, as well as waffling about football. Jake says, need to drive at them a bit more. Stop relying too much on crosses. Yeah, I agree with that. Look, if you can get... But this is the issue. A cross from the byline inside the box is what Bielsa is always after, isn't he? But the way Wolves are set up, it's going to be hard to get behind there. And look, when Costa did get behind there, he arguably, the hand went up. We've seen penalties get given for that. But yeah, maybe they need to play through and play centrally. But then you've got Moutinho and Dendoncker, and particularly holding that. I know Neto's been sort of more supporting the forwards. But yeah, I agree. Or if you are going to cross, go early. Do you know what I mean? Wait before they're set. And like Ailing did, and Rodrigo got the header. So, yeah. Lecco's now going to be brought in, isn't he, George? I think there's a player in there, isn't there? There's definitely a player. We've known that for a while. The Warnock effect. Absolutely. Only problem scoring goals. Cameron says, bring on Hernandez. Yeah, I suspect that will happen, but probably, we do sometimes. Sometimes I've been and watched Leeds over the last 2 years, and I think they're playing absolutely fine, and then Bielsa makes 2 subs at half time. So what do I know? So do Norwich still have Cantwell? Yes, they do. What would Mick McCarthy do? Right, I can tell you exactly what Mick McCarthy would do. He would say to Wolves, this is absolutely brilliant. I love it. Keep letting Leeds have the ball and defending, and you will score an 87th minute corner. And if Mick was Leeds manager, he would be yelling at the keeper to get it down the pitch and stop messing about with it. He wouldn't be happy with that at all. He wants it in the channels early, does old Mickma. There you go. I jest. This reminds me of a lot of how to... Yeah, that's a good point, Jay. The only difference is look at the quality Wolves have got. So this is going to happen in the Premier League, and Leeds will lose some games like this where they're all over teams and they give away a big chance and it gets taken. You would have thought, though, NATO would have taken that chance at the end of the first half anyway, wouldn't you? Would love to see Rafinha come on for Harrison. Yeah, maybe later in the game. I don't think Harrison's playing badly. I bought a Lecco fridge once. It was rubbish. Thanks, Bits. Excellent. Who is it? It's West Brom that have the boiler as the as the sponsor, don't they? All good fun. Do you reckon you could make it through a full 90-minute match? What, playing? Absolutely not. No chance. God. You see how fit these guys are? Obviously, at some level, yeah, I could, but not at this level. Goodness me. Rafinha went straight into Jay's dearly departed team. That was a fun exercise, wasn't it? If you are a dearly departed fan, check out that video. We're making a team out of Leeds, Fulham, Villa, Sheffield United and West Brom players, but you can only have a maximum of 2 outfield players per team. Really, really good fun. What would Pulis do? He would play 4 centre-backs and get someone to do some long throw-ins, I would imagine. Nice one, Lewis. Thanks for joining us, buddy. We're showing off some class moves. Spellbind to watch times. Plays like dozen clicks, like a notch above what we saw in the Championship. It's just forcing those big chances, though, isn't it, Jake? There's been a couple of brilliant moves, like you suggest, but Wolves do look well drilled at the back. They really, really do. So it's going to be hard to play through. To be fair, this is how Wolves play. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Mick McCarthy is a Leeds fan, is he not? Apparently so, yes. Millwall was sponsored by Becco, not Jonathan Lecco. Who is my favourite Ipswich Town and England player? My favourite Ipswich Town player is Marcus Stewart, who was wonderful. My favourite England player, crikey, Gascoigne, Shearer maybe, Michael Owen in 98. One of those 3 probably. What would Ollie Gunner do? Sign someone for 80 million quid? Which Ipswich player will be in the dearly departed? Hopefully none of them. What, as in one who would get sold, or who I would put in the team? Well, obviously Wolfenden or Downs, but yeah, they might be a little bit off the level. Let's just say. Don't remind me of Pulis, although he did get us to 7th, being the lowest scoring team in the league. Go on, Pulis. Right. Lining up for the second half here. I've got an old school Preston shirt. Sponsor is Baxi. There you go. Do you think Sheffield Wednesday can stay up? Well, look, they're going to. If they 8 points in 5 games, they'll be fine, won't they? So I never tire of watching the time. Warnock blank Nuno. He didn't quite blank him, did he? There's a big F off in there as well. Oh, Paul Mariner, what a player. Very scared of Wolves, going to hide behind the sofa. If I was a Tykes fan, I would take Mick McCarthy. Yeah, with that. He's got big ego, Mick. He's got a big ego. Adi says Grealish. Have you done? Go have a go, Adi. It's good fun. See who I picked in my dearly departed team. Spoiler: most people did pick Grealish. Second half begins, and Cock fouls Jimenez. He's just saying to Struick, "Look, you need to come closer to me and not leave me there." I don't think Matt Click understands he has to be 10 yards away from this free kick. It's into the channel. Moutinho with Click. And Click. Just too physical there for Moutinho. How long has Freddie Sears been at Ipswich for? I think Freddie Sears signed for Ipswich in about 1987. Wednesday for a top half finish. God, that'd be... Monk will be manager of the year if they finish in the top half. What an achievement that would be. I mean, they're on for it at the moment with 8 points from 5, but it's just keeping that up, isn't it? I think we projected it out for the season at 61 points with the minus 12 included as well. So that would put them in the top half. Here is Dallas in the left-back position. Phillips, Struick, Cock. Cock into the centre circle. Nice ball to Rodrigo. Phillips, Dallas. Ball moving nicely again. Sky have put a graphic up, so I can't see. It's Jack Harrison. Good team shape again from Wolves. Struick. Oh, Dendonka left one on Calvin Phillips there. And then immediately yells at him and says, I didn't touch you. Yeah, a little bit late there. Here is Harrison down the left. And they've won a free kick there. Probably play this one short. Phillips puts the ball down. And it looks like this one is going into the box. Neto is a one-man wall. Phillips swings that one in, and that is easy for Patricio. 0-0. 48 gone in this one. Tight game, but I saw Leeds play Sheffield United, and that was a tight game that they came out on top of. Bolly tries to play that one up the line. And he booted it straight out by the look of it. Poor from the big guy. Phillips in central mid. Dallas, lovely ball by Dallas. Brilliant pass. Over to Phillips, to Ailing, to Costa. Ailing bombs it up the line. Plays it into the near post, and Patricio again. Catching practice. What are the odds of Wednesday making the playoffs? Slim. Although they're a little bit better in the form, and they are a playoff team. Once it's 9 points from 5 games, then extrapolate that out in your playoff team. Probably just short with 8 and 1.6, but I'm being very nerdy with my projections here. Harrison surely fouled there. No. Looked like he got body checked. Referee was about 120 miles closer than me, though, so... No, I'm not that far from Leeds, am I? Am I? I don't know. Couple of hours. Semedo has a free kick. If you were, answer me this in the comments. If you were a Leeds or a Wolves fan, either, would you take 0-0 now? Here's Costa. Takes it up the line. Tries to play clicking. Blocked out there. Here come Wolves on the counter. Oh, brilliant touch from Jimenez round the corner. And that puts Podence in. Slightly held up down the left. Saiz crosses in. Jimenez is there. He's recycled it in the box. Jimenez, little back heel. Oh, it's poor after such a good touch in the build-up there by Jimenez. Little ball round the corner, just completely broke the lines of Leeds there. And a good opening there for Wolves, who are going to try and build on this territory now. Semedo. Good feet. He's fouled surely there by Harrison. Harrison will probably be a bit annoyed because I think he thought he was fouled. A minute ago, real bit of quality by Raul Jimenez in the build-up to that move. Taxman says he'd take 0-0 all day long. Stephen, I think, would take a 0-0 there. Wolves, free kick here, 51 up. Looks like Moutinho is gonna put it in the box. In goes the free kick, headed clear by Struick, and overhead kick by Rodrigo up to halfway. Oh, Cody got really lucky there. He touched it and Costa nearly robbed it off him to get in behind, but quickly recycled out to Podence. He's 1v1 with Click. Good feet by Podence. Well tracked by Click, crosses it in. Little Nick, Saiz on the back post, and he's volleyed that in beautifully. 1-0 to Wolves on 52 minutes. It's a really good finish by Roman Saiz there, and Wolves have got the breakaway goal that the Leeds fans would have been worried about. Cody gets really lucky in the build-up. After that, this might get disallowed, actually. Yeah, VAR are going to have a look at that. Let's see the line. Yeah, I think this is going to get disallowed. Yeah, it looks like in the build-up to that, Podence is offside. I think this is going to get disallowed. Have a look, but it looks like Podence is leaning offside there, and his knee is off from Ailing. Nuno stands with his arms folded, but I think this one's going to be disallowed. Good play by Podence. Cock half cleared it. It's a brilliant finish, actually. Slammed the volley in, but I'll be surprised if this one gets given. They put the grid lines up for the VAR, and he does look offside. Just slightly leaning offside there. Yeah, and we see the referee mouth offside. No goal there, so right decision. Unlucky Saiz because he did everything right, but he's just leaning offside. Fairly black and white one of that one. And it stays 0-0. So correct decision there. VAR working how it should. Get your thoughts in during the comments. But big scare for Leeds. And Wolves look confident now. Neto, great feat to take on Dallas. Brilliant play by Neto. Semedo, he can't take on Struick, although. Henderson says they bend the lines. Well, there you go. VAR, I mean, VAR or no VAR, it was offside, wasn't it? You know, fans like it or lump it. Do you want, real goals or fake goals? Because that would have been a fake goal. There you go. Evening to Lee here. If you've got a clump of turf sticking to your boot, would that make you offside with VAR? No, I wouldn't have thought they would measure turf on your boot, being it's not part of your body. Which part of his body was offside? I think his whole knee and part of his leg. Look, it's a moot point here now. We now have the ability to work it in black and white. Everybody moaned when goals that were offside were given and said, we need to use technology. And now when we have it, fans don't like it being black and white. It was offside. Like it or lump it. Am I a fan of VAR? I'm a fan when it disallows goals that are offside, yeah. When it does the silly ones where, I think if there should be a 3 millimeter margin of error or something, but that one was more than that. He's clearly leaning offside, isn't he? So tough luck. Here is Podence driving edge of the box. Good hit, good save by Meslier. Wolves are at it now in this half. Nice little one around the corner. Podence. Then Donker lays it off to him. That's going in the corner. Meslier gets a good look at that one and dives across. Yeah, good save. Knew what he was doing there, Meslier. Nice and comfortable. So far, Rotherham games have produced 87, 90, 92, 95 and 96. Classic. How old is the Leeds keeper? I think he's like 20 or 19 or 20 or something, isn't he? Someone will let us know, Leeds fans in the chat. How old is Meslier? Not very old at all. He's definitely not over 21. Corner for Wolves, who've been well on top, actually, for the last 5 or 6 minutes. Had the ball in the net, but disallowed for offside. Corner goes in again. Jimenez is on the near post and in front of his man there. Wolves looking dangerous. 20, Meslier. There we go. Ailing. Big switch of play by Ailing. Ooh. Semedo's caught under the ball. Harrison, who is physically so good, keeps that one in. Crosses to the back post. Oh, Bamford just jumped in front of Costa there, and Costa actually is going to win the header at the back post, but maybe Bamford puts him off there. Here comes Neto, the other end, who is past Phillips. Neto crosses it in. Well played, Struick there. He's 1v1 with Raul Jimenez, and he just blocks that out of the way. But yeah, Wolves look, I think you guys who were saying there's going to be more from Wolves in the second half were definitely right. Here is Harrison. Rodrigo. Back to Harrison. Lovely ball inside. Give and go with Dallas. Great football. Harrison, he couldn't quite pick out. Who was on the back post there? Was it Bamford? Good football in the build-up, though. Lovely interchange between Dallas and Harrison. And Bamford was free if that cross has just got a little bit more height on it. Excited to see Ryan Bennett or Ryan Manning play tomorrow. Yeah, like both of those signings. When you lose a big player like Joe Rodden, William for Swansea, you want to retool and you want 2 or 3 in. Here is Raul Jimenez. Inside to Podence. Back to Jimenez, edge of the box. Oh, good feet. Jimenez has worked space. Dribbles again and slips over at the vital point. The offside rule was brought in to stop someone gaining advantage from deliberately being in a position, not having his elbow slightly. John, the wording clearly says that you can only be offside with any part of your body you can score with. So if it's not your elbow at all. I take your point, but in this game, it was just clearly offside, wasn't it? The guys, who was it? Was it Podence or was it Neto? I think it was Podence, wasn't it? Part of his leg is clearly offside. That's given him an advantage to make the run. Surely it's his responsibility to hold his run and be onside, isn't it? So, but the wording does say it's only parts of the body you can score with. Hence, we get this armpit thing where, you can score with your shoulder, can't you? But you can't score with your arm. So, saw Balotelli score with his shoulder, didn't we? There you go. Lee says, what happened to just being in line? Well, just being in line was a get out for before we had the technology, wasn't it? Because there is no such thing as just being in line. It's black and white, isn't it? You're either on or off, aren't you? You're either past the guy or you're not past the guy. So that's how it's now reframed, isn't it, in the technological era. Looking direct, strange how the teams have swapped roles there. Leeds were looking for the channel and to try and get Costa in behind. Last 10 minutes possession, 62% for Wolves. I wonder if Rafinha or Hernandez, maybe even some extra legs like Shackleton, might be considered. Assuming he's on the bench. Yeah, he is. Alioski's there. That's always a go-to first sub for Bielsa, isn't it? Alioski, whatever's going on. Yellow card there. I've got no idea what that was for. I was looking at the comments. João Moutinho's down and Calvin Phillips is looking very guilty. Moutinho plays it. Oh, Phillips, yeah, just leaves run on him there. Just a little bit late there, Calvin. Yellow card for the Leeds playmaker. Have a look up there, guys. We are partnered for the next couple of weeks by fanfirst.co.uk. www.fanfirst.co.uk. Head over to the website, and it is a user-generated ratings website. So you can go and rate players out of 10, referees, managers, even the VAR. Can't believe Rodrigo's playing central midfield. Well, we all knew he wasn't going to drop Bamford, did he? Didn't there used to have to be daylight between the attacker and defender? I think that might have been written in somewhere. But again, this is when a human being using their eyes and waving a flag had to judge it, as opposed to now a machine where it can be black and white, millimetre or not. David says, why, David? Why would you ditch VAR? VAR has just stopped Wolves scoring a goal that was offside. So I don't know why you would ditch it. Improve it, maybe, yeah. Lee says, I agree you're either on or offside. However, the in-line allowed a level of common sense. Remember, you won't be arguing against an elbow. They'll never bring an elbow. Semedo tries to play it in because you can't score a goal with your elbow or the other side of your elbow. But I take your point. I think maybe a margin of error, even if it's 5 millimeters or whatever. You know, what advantage are you getting from 5 millimeters of advantage, obviously. But it was obviously brought in to stop goal hanging. But there you go. VAR isn't good, not in the spirit of the rule. What do you mean, David? What is the spirit of the rule? What do you mean by that? Here is Helder Costa. Oh, Bamford tries to bring that cross down there. I guess if the argument is the spirit of the offside rule is to stop people goal hanging, then maybe, refine it. But why? Why when it can be black and white? Do you know what I mean? If it can be spot on 100%, then I don't know why you would need the margin for error. I think people will get used to it. Might take about 10 years, though. You can rate me on. We'll get Matt to put me on fan first. Yeah. I think VAR needs refining. Look at cricket and tennis. But if you do look at cricket and tennis, they do it by the millimetre. And even in cricket, the slightest decibel of a cricket ball hitting the bat as well. So if you think it's tight and precious in football, well, it's even more so in cricket and tennis. Here comes Adama Traore, absolute mountain of a man. Daniel Podence is coming off. So I guess Traore is going to sort of play up top as a runner in behind. Lee says, I'm all for VAR as long as we don't take it to the end degree. It can level things. I'm a blade and I wouldn't have given that penalty to us. It should be used as a tool to aid, but at the moment it's causing grief. Yes, enjoy your beer, sir. Yeah, I think with the non-black and white decisions, which is like most everything in football other than offside and did the ball cross the line or not, it's a bit sticky, isn't it? But is that what it's called, Alex? Ultra Edge. Love it. The snickometer. Brilliant stuff. Although I think the thing with cricket is there's a lot more natural stops in the game, isn't there? I think that's what's... Look, it's not just football fans. Human beings don't like change, do they? They just don't like it. Yellow card here for João Moutinho, who's completely raging there. Click. I don't know what he's raging about there. He literally rugby tackled Click there. It's going to be a Leeds free kick. In cricket, when LBW is tight, umpire's call is given. This could work for offsides where it's super close. Yeah. They'll refine it. They will refine it. Don't you worry. I just don't understand, guys, why we all probably sat and watched Frank Lampard score a perfectly good goal against Germany in the World Cup for England, miles over the goal line. At that point, we all would have said, just get the ref to look at the TV replay. It will take 5 seconds and he'll give us a goal. And now everybody doesn't want it. So I do think, as I always say on the channel, leave your bias at the door. I think there is a certain extent of people not liking change for a start. Also, people not liking it when a really tight decision goes against their team as well. But there you go. Traore time. Yes, it is. What's the score, Ben? It is 0-0 here. We could bring the banner up, couldn't we? In our dearly departed watch along here, it is Leeds 0. Wolves 0. 67 minutes gone. Nuno has made the first move here with Adama Traore coming on. Bielsa still has Hernandez, Rafinha, Alioski to play with off the bench. Remember, down the bottom there, you can support by hitting the like button, by commenting like lots of you are. Super chat as well. Help me out financially, even if it's 99p. Every little helps there. And we got Patreon, Amazon shop as well. Merchandise coming soon. Sorry if you find the plugs commercial, but I'm trying to make a living out of this now. So got to be done. Hopefully it doesn't impinge on the content too much. Phillips. Ailing. Here's Bolly in the centre circle. Oh, he tried to play in Traore, who's just pulled out to the right wing there. And Dallas will not want to go one-on-one with Adama Traore, but then again, who would? Rodrigo closing down Cody, who gets the clearance, and Stuick in a ton of space. Come on, Beefcake, says Adi. Wonder who he's talking about. Both my bets are in danger. Leeds aren't winning, and we don't have one goal yet, and never mind 3. Well, just hang on in there. But then in that case, goal line technology would have solved that without VAR. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair. I'm just saying, you know, the use of technology, we were all calling for it. Just give them a chance to get it right. It's not going to be done in 1 season. Probably not going to be done in 5 seasons, but there you go. Just get the ref from our game on Saturday to spot Bart. Yeah, that was a good call, actually, wasn't it? Here's Jimenez across to the D on his right foot. Oh, no! Huge deflection, and Wolves have taken the lead this time. Raul Jimenez came all the way across from right to left. He cut back on his right foot. He hit the shot. Huge deflection. It's going to Meslier's left, and then it deflects. The camera's gone on Calvin Phillips, so I'm guessing off him, and just completely wrong for Meslier. Also in the build-up, Struick slips. Leeds getting a bit of bad luck here. From that moment, though, Jimenez carries the ball an awful long way. He hits the shot. Oh, no. Yeah, Phillips actively tries to head it away. We did just get the shot from behind the goal. I wonder whether it was even going in. Let's have a look. Got a really good camera angle. Well done, Sky. The shot is on target by the looks of it, but this is a gnarly old deflection off Phillips. Just wafts his head at it, and it completely takes Meslier out of the game. And how many times have we seen it where the deflection flies straight into the side netting, perfectly into the other side? It is 1-0 to Wolves here. Nothing wrong with that goal. Well, apart from the huge deflection that it took. Helder Costa is coming off, and Ian Paveda is coming on. Pascal Struick is on the ground. He obviously slipped in the first instance in the build-up to that one. Leeds don't need another centre-half injured if Cooper wasn't fit to start this game. There will be a few questions asked about how Jimenez was allowed to pick up the ball, stop, come inside 1, 2, cut back from his left foot to his right foot, and then hit that shot. But he did. It took a big deflection and flew in the opposite corner. 20 to go. Leeds 0, Wolves 1. As Leeds kick off with Click. We'll come to your comments. Goal, says Jez. No infringement on that one. Leeds need to wake up, must try and get a goal. Well, here they come. Rodrigo's pass is cut out. What they mustn't do now is go crazy for the next 5 minutes and get picked off again by Wolves. They need to remain calm. Although Wolves have been the better side in this second half. If we bring the numbers up, we can look at just what's been going on in the second half. Although the numbers don't totally back it up. Leeds got 58% possession in fact, and more passes. So maybe I'll revise that opinion. It just feels like they had the territory, and just my eye test said that. Use VAR only for goal line disputes, nothing else. Well, as David pointed out, that's not even VAR, is it? That's goal line technology. So Greg doesn't want VAR then, by the sounds of it. Here comes Traore out to Neto, left-hand corner of the box. Neto gets the shot off with the left foot. Ailing blocks it. And looks like that one hurt, and the ball flies away. Ouch. Dead leg. Here comes the great Pablo Hernandez, taking instructions from Bielsa. 73 gone. David says you're getting a pro update in the score event. If anyone was with me for the Coventry Bournemouth game, I think were there 4 goals? 4 goals, and I got the score wrong 4 times when I was typing it up. So it was a bad day there. John, best channel on YouTube. Thank you, John. Very, very kind, my friend. Not being happy with the second half performance. Much better first half. Agree with that. Wolves probably need to take some credit as well, Jay. They have upped it in the second half, haven't they? They've looked so much more dangerous than, well, they weren't dangerous in the first half other than stoppage time, were they? Corner. Now, Raul Jimenez has got 3 on the near post from 2 of these. Surely they won't try the same ploy. No, it's gone to the far post. Then Donker tries to bring it down, and Rodrigo, clever there, draws the foul. So here comes Pablo. He's already instructing people where they're going after he's come on. Oh, interesting. Struick's gone off. Right. This is always fun with Bielsa. Is he going to go for the fabled 3 at the back? Doesn't look like it. So is Phillips gone centre back? Yeah, it looks like Calvin Phillips is playing centre back. And Click is sitting in Phillips's position. Yeah, so it's the same. Oh, no, or is it the fable? No, he is. Yeah, Phillips is playing centre-half by the look of it. So, attacking change. One would assume Hernandez just goes into central midfield. Poveda with the cross there. Cody on the near post. But Dallas can recycle that. Bamford surely gets fouled there. Leaning back, does not get the decision. Helped on by Hernandez. And back to Phillips, who should be rather overqualified to pass from a centre-back position. Round the corner there from Click. Ooh, risky looking back pass from Saiz, but he knew what he was doing. Dallas out to Harrison. Dallas comes inside. Click. Rodrigo. Harrison. Great football. Oh, just couldn't quite get the cross off there. Rodrigo was down the left-hand side. Nice little reverse ball. It's a good... Bamford's in a really good position there, and Harrison's not that tricky across there. I know he's on the run, and we're 75 minutes into a game, but there you go. Ailing. Big boot forward there. Out comes Meslier to Koch. And here is Dallas. Harrison is actually outside of Dallas, so it's so hard when you can't see a wide shot of the pitch. But it might be this thing that Bielsa does where there are 3 centre-backs, which would be, so Ayling would essentially be a wide right sort of midfielder, wing-back type thing. Dallas is the 3rd centre-back, although Dallas often goes into central midfield in these positions. So difficult to tell. He's in a central midfield position at the moment. Here is Harrison trying to poke it through to Bamford. Couldn't quite get there. Have a look. See if we can figure out this team shape. As Dallas fouls Adama Traore. First run there. Bounces off Dallas and wins the free kick. Yeah, it's so tricky to tell. From this defensive position, it looks very much like a back 4 with Phillips in it. That'll obviously change when they've got the ball. Here is Phillips. Goes long. Greg says, much prefer the old days. Ref and 2-liners. Yes, human errors, just like players. Keeps the game flowing. Evens out over a season. What a song that is, eh? Yes to goal line technology. VAR is a disaster. Well, give him time. Give him time. It's not great, but it could get better. Here's Dendonka. Pokes that away for Neto. 79 gone here. Neto. Surely he's going to get fouled here. Dallas running with him. Dallas has done well, actually. Neto give and go there. And in the end, gives the ball away. Click. Now they've got Hernandez in a bit of space. That's what you want to see. Harrison bombing on outside him. Hernandez to Harrison. 10 to go. Click. Click onto Ayling. Can Ayling get a decent crossover? In it goes. Hernandez. Harrison's on the back post. Hernandez! All deflects and up onto the roof of the net. Good looking attack there for Leeds. Plenty of bodies forward. Volley just out to Hernandez there. He's not tight though. He does still manage to get the block with those long legs. Here comes Phillips and headed clear on the near post. Click. Oh, and it just got Dendonka clears it up. Here's Neto who's turned. And Ayling plays it back home. Get your thoughts in on the last 10 minutes of this one. Are Wolves going to hold out? Can Leeds get the goal? Will there be another goal in it? Which way will it go? Jimenez with Phillips, and Phillips draws the foul from Raul Jimenez. Phillips stays down. He's holding his right shoulder. The rough and tumble are playing centre-half, Calvin, hey? Ruben Neves is going to come on. And we're going to see Rafinha, which is very exciting. On trots Rafinha, comes on for Jack Harrison, who gets congratulated. Always puts in a good shift. Interesting short back and sides type haircut from Rafinha, but I'm always the first one to say don't judge anybody on their hair. Although I will say Neves is supporting a rather lovely beard. Neto has run his race. Wolves need to sub him off before he gets injured. Well, it's Moutinho that's gone off and Neves that's come on. Wolves are 8 minutes of normal time away from a victory. Here's Cock. Hernandez comes really short to receive this one. Big diagonal. Semedo gets in a bit of a muddle there. He's going to just have to hook that clear. Click with Traore. Click does well. Hernandez out to Ailing. Click comes short. Ailing, big diagonal. And it's found Rafinha. Low cross by Rafinha is a decent one. Poked on. Pervader deflected. Oh! And Rodrigo was on the back post and it just wouldn't fall for him. Goodness me. Cock. Phillips. Hernandez. Enjoying coming short in this one. Rodrigo. Good tackle there by Killman. Nato. Has he drawn a foul there? No. Click shakes the throw in. Who knows? We never got the Oracle to tell us. Yeah, right. Here is Bamford. He couldn't quite get hold of it. Thomas. Sorry, I think he means grasping, but there you go. Oh, it just wouldn't fall. That was the, I won't call it a chance because there wasn't one, but time to make a name for yourself, ref. Absolutely. Ooh. Click gets away with one there. Either that or he absolutely knew what he was doing. Just rolled that back on the volley to Phillips and it could have gone straight to Raul Jimenez. Big diagonal there. Semedo hits the deck and he's won a foul. Either he's been very clever there or Pat Bamford's been very silly. 84 gone. Yeah, referee spots that. Bamford having a little wrestle there. Bielsa giving some instructions, I think, to Hernandez, from what I could see. Wolves with the clearance upfield. Dendonka fighting for it, but they've turned it over again. Hernandez, beautiful feet. Phillips and Ailing. Oh, I don't believe that. Phillips, unforced error there. Played it ahead of Ailing. And they've given the ball away. Andrea Radrazani there with his mask on. Sorry, Victor Orta, excuse me. I got confused. Here come Wolves down the left-hand side. Neto, are we already in, holding it up in the corner mode? Looks like it. I suppose Leeds should take this as a compliment. Where did Wolves finish in the league last season? Neto and Ailing having a laugh. Wolves are going to bring on Fernando Marçal, who is wearing 5, so I presume is a defender. Hernandez, lovely ball. Great play by Rodrigo. Tries to feed through Bamford, but not a great ball. Cody does well. Cody enjoys playing this spare centre-half role where he can just zone and clear things out like that. Does well and gets rid. Archie is here. Sorry I'm late. Who scored? Was it deserved? What are you drinking tonight? I'm drinking Pepsi Max. I'm being a good boy. Who scored? Raul Jimenez. Big deflection. Was it deserved? Nah. At the point it happened, probably. Big one into the corner. Here's Traore. Can he get a run on anyone? They've doubled up on him. Dallas is there and Cock is there. Dallas out-muscles big Traore there. Brilliant. Here's Rafinha. Rodrigo. Click. 87 up on the clock now. Thanks, Jay. Wolves finished 7th. The point I was making, asking where Wolves finished, is, you know, they've come and done an away job. Although we did have it pointed out in the chat, this is a normal kind of pattern for Wolves away from home in the Premier League. Well done, Wolves. Says Welsh, not British. Not over yet. Is Hernandez. Rodrigo. We tried to steer clear of the old Robin Cock jokes today. Feel free in the chat, though. Ailing. Nice little give and go there. Ailing crosses it. And as was pointed out at half-time, a lot of crosses going in, not many from really decent crossing positions. And Wolves have been very well set to defend them. And it's been fairly easy for Rui Patricio to catch a lot of them as well. Long goal kick up to Jimenez, who does a decent job there of holding the ball up and winning his side a throw-in. So here comes Marçal. Who's he going to be coming on? It's Pedro Neto. So it'd be interesting to see how they reconfigure, whether it's just a centre-half going to sit in central midfield. What was the name of that Portuguese chap that always used to do that for Jose? Pepe. Horrible player he was, wasn't he? Centre-half used to come on and sit in midfield. We'll see where Marçal goes. Jimenez has gone down again. And it looks like treatment is going to happen. Wolves indulging a little bit here in trying to run the clock down. Trying to keep some decorum. What's that then? Oh, I think Raul Jimenez might be in trouble, actually. He definitely kicks out at Robin Cock there. I don't know if they'll have a look at that on the retrospective. Adama Traore wants to fight somebody. Bielsa tells all his players, get away from them. This is all working in Wolves' favour as the clock runs down. Another replay of this. I think Jimenez is going to be in trouble with that one. They don't like those kick-outs. Yeah. I think if they look at that retrospectively, he's going to be in some bother for that one. Match the fan first logo with a Shady Bakes one on the left. I think I can only have one in StreamYard, but I'll have a look. With 18 days, let's see. What do you make of the Biden emails? And do you think that Donald will win? I don't know what the Biden emails are. I know that whoever wins, the other side aren't going to accept it. So it's all a little bit concerning, isn't it? Just so you know, if we don't see a Leeds goal and another yellow for Wolves, then I'm down 100. Oh, dear. So what do you need to happen then, Bits? Wanted my return to have some sort of class that your work deserves, Ben. There you go. The sun always shines on TV. Hold me. LR, I'm not doing a watch along on Friday. I'm actually going to work. So I'm really sorry. I really wanted to, and it's Villa Leeds as well. So it's probably going to be our two highest ranked dearly departed teams. But I've got to go to work. Does that mean I have to give Bits money? I didn't sign up for this, did I? I haven't got any. Dear oh me. 91. We're into 6 minutes stoppage time here. Big load of time eaten up by that Jimenez going down. I suspect something will happen with that kick out there if that goes in the ref's report. Or rather, if that doesn't go in the ref's report. And then they can view it retrospectively. But here come Wolves with Neves driving forward. Neves. Oh, it's broken for him. Oh, and a good block by Ailing there. I think the first shot was blocked by Phillips, and then Neves got another go. Kind of opened up for him twice there. Klitsch got robbed in midfield by Jimenez, and God, he had acres in front of him. Neves there could have shot much earlier than he did. Klitsch with the Phillips with the first block. Ailing with the second block. Decent opening of that. Do you think that Ben can achieve 15,000 followers? We're going to try and do it by New Year's Day, I think. What is this nonsense about me being a Villa skeptic? Utterly ridiculous. Honestly, some of the comments I got on my Villa Leicester preview video, where all I said was, will we see a viable win from Villa? And it strikes me, yet again, the curse of football fans. They think anything other than praise for their team is criticism. And it's like, no. But what are you going to do? You read the stats, you watch the games, you analyse what's gone on, and you give your opinion. And sadly, you're often up against people who really are just so into supporting their team that they literally can't hear anything other than praise for their team. So, yeah, a bit disappointed with some of the comments from some of the Villa fans because they clearly didn't understand what I was saying in my video, because there is no skepticism whatsoever. But there you go. What can you do, hey? What can you do? Other than try and make your message incredibly clear and straightforward. But I thought it was. Never mind. Great win for Villa, though. Although apparently at the moment, if you don't say Villa are going to finish in the top two to a Villa fan, that's some sort of criticism. But yeah, very strange. No, it's not strange at all, is it? Football fans being overly tribal about their teams. 94 coming up here. Free kick to Leeds. Here is Rafinha, and he can't get the crossover or win the corner. Oh, Jimenez does really well at the back there. Has he won a throw-in? He has not. So Leeds can have one more attack. Here is Ailing. Oh, and they've just given it away. Watch-alongs, yes. Tomorrow, Norwich, Birmingham. Night off on Wednesday. And then Saturday, we'll be back with Watford, Bournemouth from the Saturday Super Stream. Corner for Leeds. Yeah. People do think I'm against their team. But there you go. Ho-hum. Sai says, what was that? Sai, go and read some of the comments. So I had to delete a couple. They were that rude that I got on my video where I dared to say that I needed evidence that Villa were going to keep winning more than I'd had already. Goodness me. Don't worry about the snowflakes. Hey, what are worse, football snowflakes or political snowflakes? I think they're just as bad as each other, aren't they? Here is Hernandez. 95-20 up. Paveda. Paveda doesn't beat the first man with his cross. Here is Click. And Dallas inside to Hernandez. Back to Dallas. 95-45 up. Crossed into the back post. Headed clear by Saiz. Rafinha is there. Rafinha gets the cross in. Rodrigo was there, headed away and hoofed unceremoniously cleared by Neves. That is probably going to be it. And the full-time whistle has gone. Raul Jimenez with the winning goal in this one. It was Leeds 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Big deflection on the goal from Jimenez in the second half off Calvin Phillips' head. Nuno does a job on Bielsa here. First half, Leeds on top, but didn't create any big openings or really play through Villa. It's the kit colour, and we're talking about Villa in chat. Play through Wolves at any point, and then Wolves just upped it a little bit more. And that's what Leeds are going to be up against this season. More seasoned Premier League team like that. And they've come to Elland Road and got the win. Get your thoughts in the comments. We'll have a look at the numbers. Then we will have a look at your comments. The stats say, look at that, 67% Leeds possession, 13 shots to 7 for Leeds, but 3 shots on target for Wolves to 2 for Leeds. 8 corners to 3. 1 big chance apiece there. Leeds heavily up on the passes, but Wolves doing a job, shutting Leeds out, keeping the clean sheet. Bit jammy with the deflected goal, and they get the win. We can probably get an updated table. Yes, we can. Wolves go up to 6th, their 2nd straight win. Leeds now 2 without a win. And that's another one to throw into the pot there with Leeds results, where we're trying to figure out how their season's going to pan out. They're in 10th at the moment. I'm sure they wouldn't be too unhappy with that. But look below them, Manchester City, Manchester United. I'm sure they'd be happy to finish above those two. Wolves up to 6th, 3 wins out of 5 so far. Let's go to some of your comments. Sai says, I know you're a fair man. Boring 1-0 wins will keep me happy too. Absolutely. Ben seems to be one of the few neutrals who doesn't actually all over Grealish. Well, yeah. We've discussed this many times, but there seems to be if there's a Trump derangement syndrome, then there's definitely a Grealish derangement syndrome, isn't there? Let's have a look. Frustrating second half after brilliant first half. Yeah, just we said this earlier in the season, Jay. Do you remember those first couple of games where Leeds were literally finishing everything they got, even low percentage chances? And yeah, it didn't happen today. David says, that probably explains whenever I tune in all I can hear is blah, blah, blah. Then again, it could be because we have been poor. Think you were a bit optimistic about match tomorrow. I don't know what you're talking about, David. Let me know what the subject is I've missed there. Steve says Wolves did well, to be fair. Leeds can improve, get good and bad days. Absolutely. Unlucky goal to concede. That much is true. Had some flaky moments in the second half, just missing that bit of quality up front. Satisfied with what I've seen. Wolves were a good side. Well said. Jake, there you go. How about that for a sensible conclusion from a football fan? Leeds, one of the clubs who definitely miss not having crowds. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? I remember bringing West Brom's unbeaten start to an end last season. Let's see if we can do the same on Friday. Going to be a good one, isn't it? Jamie says, gutted. Chris says, draw would have been fair. Leeds lacked a bit of quality. Yeah, and when you say quality up front, Chris, it's just that bit before as well, isn't it? And that key pass. But Wolves were really well set up to stop it, wasn't it? About not hearing anything, but yeah, I get you. I feel you. Paul says, good match, good performances, no complaints. Yeah, fair enough. And that sort of game gives us far more information about how Leeds season will go. This is what I've been saying, and this is what I was trying to say to the Villa fans. You learn much more from this type of game than you do from beating Liverpool 7-2 or losing 4-3 at Liverpool like Leeds did. That was the point I was trying to make. Good old Morrow, miss him a bit. Spoiled his day at Wembley. There you go. Thank you for the commentary. Keep up the great work. Yeah, no problem. Bielsa had to switch things to shore Leeds up at the back. It's taken his toll. Yeah, agreed. Think both these teams will be in the top end of the table. I think you might be right there, David. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. It has been great fun. This has been a dearly departed watch-along. So we will give a shout-out to Jay, who is our fan sponsor for Dearly Departed shows. Dearly Departed, also known as Ben Couldn't Bear to Lose Us. And we'll give a shout-out to Charlie, who sponsors our watch-alongs here. 30 years, Allure Royal. Here's to many more. And one more time, look up there. Look in front of me. www.fanfirst.co.uk, sponsoring us these next couple of weeks. FanFirst is a user-generated ratings site where you can go and rate your team's performance. So if you've just watched that game, go ahead, head over and give your ratings for Leeds players, give your ratings for Wolves players, referee, managers, VAR, etc., etc. All good fun. Go and register your team and go ahead and use the site. They've been good enough to sponsor the channel. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you, Sai and Dylan, Archie, Jay, David, Adi, David, Jake, Steve, Joseph, David, everybody in the chat. It's been great fun. Such a great subscriber base we've got here. Long may it continue, and it will continue tomorrow night. Norwich versus Birmingham we're doing. And tomorrow morning I will record the Dearly Departed review. So we'll be covering Fulham and Sheffield United, West Brom and Burnley, Leeds and Wolves tonight, and Villa winning it, Leicester flying the flag for us up the top of the table. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and I will see you all tomorrow, and it is a big over and out.